Now, I know some of you has saw my tweet earlier today calling their application Wingman unapproved. And then you saw me tweet later on that I actually might take that back. Now, here's why I have officially taken that back. Now, one of their companies, Amp Energy Drink, released an application called Before You Score. Now, this actually got a lot of hoopla. A lot of people hated the application. They thought it was objectifying to women. They thought it was rude. And there are other people that actually loved the application. They thought it was very entertaining, which was originally the point of having this application. Now, considering the fact that this application got a lot of regard, Pepsi decided to respond by saying, "Our app tried to show the humorous lengths guys go to pick up women. We apologize if it's in bad taste and appreciate your feedback. Hashtag Pepsi fail." Personally, I think Pepsi may have jumped the gun a little bit too soon responding to this. Actually, it would have been nice to kind of wait out to see what would happen. I don't think what Pepsi presented was actually a bad thing, which actually raises an interesting point as to whether or not you should actually listen to social media. Specifically, if what you're listening to is chatter or if what you're listening to is actually a response. If you look at all the other dating applications that are out there, Before You Score is actually probably one of the most detailed and intuitive applications that's out there. The reason why I say this is because it's not necessarily about when you meet someone at a bar or if you see someone. This actually could be useful for someone who you're going on multiple dates with. So, for example, let's say you're dating someone who was a vegetarian, someone who is a green girl that loves energy, that loves sustainability, what have you. You can actually go to the tree hugger personality type and find pretty cool things, such as local vegan restaurants that actually pull up on your map wherever you are. You can also look at green tweets, which actually updates anybody on Twitter who mentions the phrase carbon footprint, which is actually very, very cool. And this is just one personality type. There are plenty of different personality types that are on here, and it's not to say that it covers them all, but for guys who actually need assistance, maybe to think of creative dates, different ideas to connect with women even more, this actually isn't a bad application to use to get the relevant information. I was talking to a lot of women out there who were saying that, a guy can fake who they are just to impress the woman that they want. This is very true. It can actually happen. But women are intuitive. They understand. They're not dumb. They can be able to sense a liar from 50 miles away. So I don't think that would actually be a big issue. But the point that I'm actually trying to make is that Pepsi actually came up with a pretty interesting app that I think will last a lot longer than some of the other dating apps in the iPhone store. I also find it very funny that a lot of people saw the negativity from this application as opposed to the positive assets that Pepsi actually promoted. A lot of work went into this application, regardless of what anybody thinks, and there's a lot of good things in there. Stop being negative. Look on the positive side. There's no harm done here. So, Pepsi, I say kudos to you. Probably a little bit too soon to jump the gun and apologizing for what you did. I don't think you should apologize, but great job. I call this a Pepsi win.